I thought I had more time. I had more drinking to do, Alex. But that's okay. Shut up. All of you. Nothing you have to say between one another is worth what I say. All right. Thank you, Donald. So sometimes I do think that I'm growing up. I'm not very old. Sometimes I think I'm growing up. I have days. Like I balanced my checkbook the other day. Whoa, right? But then I have other days where I revert completely back to the fat 13-year-old kid who doesn't have his shit together. Like about a week ago, I experienced this thing. Guys, you'll understand this. I found out at like 1 p.m. I was wearing my boxers backwards. Have you experienced this? You know, where you just, it's a mental slip. You just go like, whoop, okay, go on with my day. Then you try and pee in the 4th floor of the Rod Library, and you unzip your fly, and you're just searching for that mythical penis hole so you can pee. And you're like, shit, this is not a good argument for evolution. It's awful. It's the worst thing ever, that feeling, because it's just, shut up!
No one asked you.
I mean, you're not helping, sir. I appreciate it, but no. You're part of the problem before you're part of the solution, bearded fellow. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get aggressive with you, but it's a pet peeve of mine. And I feel like I can hear you more than I can hear myself. And I'm already schizophrenic. I don't need more. So thank you. Let me get back to my dick. So I'm talking about... and it's always, you have a choice at this moment when you figure out, you have to pee and you figure out your boxers are on backwards. You have a choice. And there's one that's incredibly logical, and then there's the choice I make. And the logical one is just old school. Just pull your pants down and pee, pull them up, continue with your day. Maybe you'll change them right side round. But no, I always have to, I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and accurately diagram it. So, imagine this is your boxers. Usually, there's a nice little gap there where you can stick your penis through to pee. You don't have that. So the thing I always do is I like pull my boxers down and put my dick over so it goes out the hole so I can pee. And this is not an efficient... The mechanics of the penis are such that it does not allow this. It doesn't like this method. It's almost as if, like, if you're trying to water a garden, there's a bend in the hose. Like, nothing works right. So you do it, and then you think, your dick is kind of almost like, all right, yeah, we're done peeing, Colin. It's safe. Put your penis back in your pants. Continue on with your day. And I do, and then it's just like, but we're not done. And a little bit of pee. Just a little bit of pee comes out. Not enough to be like, shit, I need to go home. Just enough to make you uncomfortable for the rest of your day. By show of applause, how many of you have experienced this so I know I'm not alone? Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I needed that. All right. I get scared about stuff concerned with my dick, and I get concerned about stuff more so when I was younger. I think I've calmed down a little bit. I used to think I masturbated so much that one day I would run out of semen. Have you ever had that fear where you're just kind of like, oh no, there might just not be any left? You'll still climax, you'll still get yourself there, but nothing's going to come out. Your dick's just going to be like... It's not funny. You should all feel bad for laughing at that. I don't know. I'm in a relationship. It's been about 3 years. My girlfriend's dad doesn't like me though. It's kind of a thorn in my side, so to speak. And my girlfriend is trying to help me through that, trying to be like, you know what, you just need to talk to him about stuff that you like, and then you'll find common ground and everything will be cool. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure your dad doesn't want to hear about my hobbies. How awkward would that conversation be? I just walk into their house. Hey, Jonathan. Should probably change his name for this joke. Hey, hey. I like sitting in people's driveways drinking beer. I enjoy smoking weed out of a potato. I like having sex with your daughter. Can we find some common ground here? Is it so bad? Oh my God. I wouldn't know from you yelling it next to the stage. Jesus, the beard and the PBR shirt. Hashtag hate your dad. Yep. I don't know. It's one of those weird things. But I think I'm trying to grow up. This goes along a little bit with the first thing I said. I am trying to grow up a little bit, but there are other times that just bring you down. You're like, man, I shouldn't be allowed to vote. You know what I mean? Do you ever have those moments where you do something so cataclysmically stupid or just ditzy, just forgetful, that you're like, I shouldn't be given the reins to anything? Does that make sense? Yeah. Thank you. I have moments like this. Okay, let me try and map this in a way that'll make sense. I take a shit every day at about 4 p.m. That's just what I do. Your body gets used to it. It doesn't deserve a clap. I often shit around in the afternoon time. So when it gets time to go to bed, and I ready myself, and I find toilet paper in my asshole, I get worried. That was gross. There's no joke there. That's just something gross about me. I'm sorry. No. I black out sometimes when I drink a lot. I have blackouts, which I'm ashamed of. I'm not saying that for cred, mind you. No, dude, stop talking. You're not as funny as you think you are. This isn't a panel discussion. And he talks like, shut the fuck up. For me. So, sometimes I black out, and I hate hearing from my friends about what happened later, which often happens, and it's stuff I have no recollection of. They share memories with me I don't have, basically, which is awful, because there will be things like, hey, do you remember that house party last week where you went up to that Pakistani exchange student and asked, why do you hate us? Look at my notes. Or, hey, Colin, do you remember after that house party we were out in the backyard passing around a blunt, and it got down to the end and you were holding it, and it got really low and turned into a roach, and then you were just like, Roach Olympics, and you just ate the roach? Do you remember that, Colin? It wasn't even a roach. It was like 90% filter and like... Colin, you just ate paper. Like, you just ate paper. That had like a peppering of herb in it. Colin, do you remember that time you were in my apartment and you got so drunk after eating Hoo Hot that you decided to take a shower and then puked in my shower, so there were pieces of Mongolian beef and water chestnuts in my drain for the next week? Yeah, no, I'm not proud of it. I've said it at the top, I'm not proud of it. Keep up. My girlfriend, I love my girlfriend, but sometimes I misconstrue things she says. Like one time she said, I want to try it cowgirl style. And I was like, I'm on board with that. That's hot. Sorry. I'm on board with that. But I did not think that she would tie me up and brand me. Just put her initials in my ass. All right. I want to say one last thing, if I can find it in my notes, Alex, if that's okay. Oh, I'm the last one, so it doesn't really matter. I'm trying to talk, man. Okay. I talked about masturbating earlier, so I want to tell this one thing. I celebrated an anniversary recently. It's been 10 years since I first masturbated. That time, I think I deserve something for that I kept track of it. Dude. But anyways, so 10 years since I first masturbated. And that's kind of a great milestone because that's the first time you discover shit. Like, you have to think about that. People tell you what you're going into when you start having sex. Like, everybody's got an older brother or a cousin or something like that who's going to be like, so when you get the girl, etc., so forth. She'll probably cry after. The point, but no, you go into masturbating blind. You know what I mean? Nobody gives you a tutorial on it, which I think that should be an integral part of health class in elementary school. Am I wrong? Can we get a petition going for that? Teach kids how to properly masturbate, because to this day, I'm pretty sure I do it wrong. Pretty sure I do it wrong. I don't know. I'm too ashamed to even mention the method. But I mean, basically to discover masturbation, you just have to like bat your shit around one day until it starts feeling good. And then you're terrified. Because then your dick just pukes on you. And you're like, oh my God, I've broken it. And that felt awesome. All right, thank you very much, guys.